All right, so we're gonna start from the compound sheet. So before we get into the chart markup and everything, we're gonna start here. So when I got introduced to trading, this was the chart that I got introduced to, right? Now, if you're not using this, whoever group you're in, because not everybody in here on the Zoom is in my group, whoever group you're in, and they're not giving you one of these, them not trade good. You understand? They're not trading good. So I got introduced to this the first day when I got started with trading, right? So this is the compound calculator. This now, right, it gives you a guide of how much you must make out of the market. You understand how much you can secure out of the market. So where it says initial purchase price is at $50. If you're just starting out with VIX, you can put $50 there. If you put $100 in your account, whatever amount you put, that's what you put right here. Daily interest rate in percentage, we're aiming to make 20%, either per trade or per day, right? Length in terms, we're doing a 30-day VIX challenge, so you're gonna put 30 days right there. Daily reinvestment rate, you're gonna leave it at 100, and include weekends, you're gonna put yes, and the start date. So if you got started today, your start date would have been, well, it's already Monday for me, but you're gonna put your start date as Saturday, or put it as you put it as Saturday because you guys are still in Sunday. So put it as Saturday. Saturday is gonna be day zero. Sunday is gonna be day one. You click on calculate now, and it's going to give you a summary. Now this summary is just an example, right? Now you can make this amount, you can make less, or you can make more, right? You can download this, print it off, and when you're trading, you have it with you when you're trading, right? Boom. Now what this does, right? It tells you how much you're gonna make per day. So if you started out with 50, day one, it says that you need to make $10, right? Now, we all know that when it comes down to VIX, you can make more than $10 per trade. You understand? Or per day if you want to go per day. So if you make $10 and you close it out, your balance is going to be growing. Your balance would have been at 60, right? The next day, right? $12, you close out, you're at 72. This is just an example, right? Because remember, bear in mind, for the VIX challenge, we're doing unlimited trades. So I do call out 3 in the morning, 3 in the evening, and then in between I call out what extra 3. You understand? So if we're doing that 7 times, right? If we're doing that 7 days a week, that's a whole lot of trades. You understand? And sometimes we even call out more than the extras that are meant to be calling out, right? Because sometimes we might in the market and we not see, you understand, a trade might hit stop loss or a two might hit stop loss, and then we go in and call out and a few others. You understand? So this is what this is for. So you use this as a guide, right? Once you come into the VIP group, you get one of this right here, and you print it off, or you can have it on your laptop open like how you see it open on mine. This never come off of my screen. You understand? Right. So onto the chart now. So this is where everybody been asking, Kim, how do you mark up your charts? We're gonna start from top to bottom, right? So when I get up in the morning or whenever I come onto the chart, I start off on my day time frame. Make sure you guys have your notepad and your pen, right? So I start off on my day time frame and I see what's happening for the day, right? If you're not a day trader, then I will get to that in a bit. So if you're a person that you're saying, okay, let me see what's happening on the day time frame. Are we in an uptrend? Are we in a downtrend? Is it moving sideways? You understand? Is it buying? Is it selling? So say for example with VIX 75 1S, I came on here this morning and I said, okay, this candle hasn't been doing anything. We had it wick on both areas, top and bottom, right? So I'm gonna mark out my candle for the day, not for the previous day, just for today alone. We only have 12 minutes left on this day candle, right? So I mark it out and then I drop to my 5 minutes, right? I drop to my 5 minutes and then I wait and see what's happening on the 5 minutes time frame, right? Not on the 1 minute, not on the two, not on the three, 5 minutes. That means that each candle is closing and reopening 5 minutes at a time, right? Now, once you come onto your 5 minutes now, you literally zoom in your chart and then you see what's going on right here. Right now, who can tell me what's happening right here? Right? Who can tell me what's happening right here? Would you get into this market right now? Let me know in the chat, guys. We're also streaming on TikTok, so let me see what's going on here. If anybody in the chat can tell me what's going on, then we can see, then we can move on. All right. It's basically consolidating at the moment, right? So it's consolidating at the moment. So I would not get into this market, none at all, right? I would wait for it to come out of this consolidation, right? Now, if I do this, if I drag this down, right, that's where I'm waiting for my consolidation to be broken out of, right? All of this right here. You understand? Because this was a previous consolidation era. It did break and come back down here, and then it start consolidate from there. So in this case, I would not have got into this trade. So what you do from here, you either wait for the break and close, or you move on to a next pair. You understand? Or you have it in your mind and say, okay, this trade is actually setting up, I'll sit down and wait on it. When it comes on to VIX pairs, you have to be patient. You understand? And that's why a lot of people come in, they blow them account, them start again, then blow them account, them start again. Yes, it's fine to blow up multiple accounts, but if you're not learning from why you blow the accounts, you're not going to learn none at all. You understand? Now, I've blown accounts before. You understand? Well, one big major account I've blown before. Lost 30,000 out of the market last year, and that was it. I said, okay, I need to give myself a good rest, and then I come back again. You understand? When I talk about blowing the little $50 account and $100 account and so on and so forth, it was a small change. But when it comes down to those big money, you need to rest out of the market and go back test and say, okay, where did you go wrong? You say, okay, boom, this was causing a problem. You had personal issues going on. Take yourself out of the market, because the market does not care about your emotions. And most of you guys, when you're trading with emotions. Do not trade with emotions. You will lose every penny. You understand? You will say, okay, make a risk my rent money and put it in and lose everything. Right? So you see like how the candle is pushing up right now? All you have to do is wait for this to break and close. Now, if we do get a break and close, we can enter this for the buy. Right? So this is one step right here. Now, if you're not a day trader, and for those people who scalp, drop a number 1 in the chat. If you're a scalper, drop a number 1 in the chat. If you're a person that doesn't stay long in the market, you just go in and out, in and out, in and out, I'm going to show you guys how you can limit the in and out business. Right? Hold on a second. Right. No scalpers, no scalpers. All right. So what I'm going to do right here, I'm going to show you guys how you can stay in the market a little bit longer than just scalping in the market. Right? All right. Let me see what's going on. I'm going to answer the chat as well. All right. So I saw one right here. Let me see. Okay. Right. So if you're a scalper, right, and you do not want to go onto the day time frame, I'm going to show you how you can drop from the 4 hour or the 1 hour down to your 5 minutes, right? So let's use the 1 hour for example. So you're going to come to the 1 hour time frame on the same VIX 75 one is here. You're going to come on the 1 hour time frame, and you're going to mark out the 1 hour candle. Right? So say for example, like this 1 hour candle right here, you're gonna mark it out. It's pretty much the same as the day candle that we mark out. Right? So you mark out the 1 hour candle. We only have 7 minutes left in there. You're going to drop to your 5 minutes, right? Drop to your 5 minute time frame, and this is what you're going to see. You guys see that? That's all you're waiting for. Then once you get this area marked out, you wait for your break and close, right? That's all you're waiting for. So once you get the break and close out of this consolidation, boom, you're in for the money. You understand? Remember, we already mark it out on the day for those who are a little bit of, you understand them saying that them trades a little bit longer, you start from the day. If you're not a day trader, if you're not, you understand somebody that can stay in your trade a little bit longer, you can drop to the 1 hour, mark out your 1 hour candle, then you drop to the 5 minutes. And then from the 5 minutes now, you're then going to wait for your break and close. That's what we're waiting for right here. Now, if we do get this break and close, we can take this for the buy. Right, we can take this for the buy, and then once you enter on the 5, you're going to go to your 15 and then set your stop loss. So we're going to wait for this candle to play out. Right, we have 56 seconds left on this candle. Right, so we're going. So if you look over to your left, right, like I said, we've been in a consolidation zone from morning. Like this been going up, down, all around town. Right? In this case, I wouldn't get into this none at all. Right? This remind me of 91S the past couple of days ago when we've been in there. We go up, we come back down. Or even if you're planning to trade into this, you have to just take your profit and run. As soon as it's set up for the buy, you get in. As soon as you reach up to the ceiling, which is your resistance, you take your profit, run. Make it come back down, set up again for the buy, get back in. This is a whole lot of work, to be honest, people. It's a lot. You understand? I couldn't do this. Yeah, this is a whole day situation. I mean, I have no time for that to write this now. All right, boom. You see what happened right here? We did not get a break and close. If you did not get a break and close, do not enter none at all. You understand? Don't enter none at all. So in this case now, I would wait, circle it, and come back. Now we're going to look for a different pair. Right? So if we get an next pair, boom. This now been giving us problem for morning until now. Call it out twice and it will stop loss. I say, okay, when I look for play a game, run so when I look for play a game with you today. Derive. Right? So we'll come back to this now. Me delete these. Right? We do the same thing. Right? Drop to the 1 hour. Right? We still have the market reset, so we're gonna see what's going on. So we did catch the buy last night. It's been consolidating for the past couple of days, and we managed to catch the buy last night, right? But look at this. So we have 3 minutes left on this candle, right? This is a 1 hour candle. We mark it out just the same, right? Drop to the 5 minutes. So at the moment, this candle is showing us that we don't have enough buyers or sellers in the market at the moment, right? You drop to your 5 minutes just the same, right? You see what happened right there? You wait for your break and close. Your ceiling, which is your resistance area, right? And you have your support, which is your floor. You see that? And at the moment, it's just consolidating. You see, up came up here, come back down, go retest, push back up, come back down, go retest, and looking to push back up again. Right? So at the moment, this is not ready. So we have to wait for a break and close. Right? And that's how you mark up your chart. So if you're a scalper, you can go from the 1 hour down to the 5 minutes. If you're more of a intraday trader like myself that stays in market for the whole day or for a couple of days, you can go from the day down to the 5. You understand? Or if you're a person that you scalp a lot, and you say, okay, the 1 hour not gonna work for me, you can even go from the 15 minutes down to the 5. You understand? You can go from the 15 down to the 5. See your markup. You mark out your 15-minute candle, then you drop to your 5 minutes, wait for your break and close, enter the market. Once it's set up, and that's you right there. You understand? We're gonna find a different pair. All right, let's see what's going on. So this was 10-1S a call out from this morning. right? So I did the same thing with 101S. I came around here and I mark out my candle for the day. So I mark out my resistance and I mark out my support, right? Then what I did from here, hold on, put that there. So that's my support right there. This is my resistance, right? Then what I did from there was drop to the 5 minutes. I only have a couple lines on my chart, guys, right? This was the line that we were waiting for a re-entry. So let me delete that so we don't confuse nobody, right? So when I came onto my 5 minute this morning, we were consolidating, right? So once I saw this consolidation, I said, oh no, we're not getting into this. I'm going to wait for my break and close. And that's where I got this break and close candle right here. You understand? We entered on this candle, it pulled back down, we had a little bit of sellers came in here on the 5, and then we had a big impulse move on upside. So if you want, you can mark your candle where you entered. Right? Let's make this blue and let's tighten this a little bit so you guys can see what's going on. So that's my entry candle right there. Then what I did from there was go to my 15 minutes, right? I went to my 15 minutes time frame and then I put my stop loss underneath the previous resistance area, previous support, sorry, right? So this is my previous support area where the market came, reject off, bounce off, gone about it business. So my stop loss is at my previous support, which is a previous consolidation area, right? You don't want the candle, the stop loss too close underneath the candle bomb that then as soon as the market pull back, it stop you out and then run gone about it business. It has happened to us a whole lot of times, right? So what you're going to do is make sure that you're giving the market space to breathe. You understand? Most of us here don't even know what we are, scalpers or day trader. All right. So when you trade, right? How long do you stay in your trades? So this is how you're gonna find out what you are. Hold on. This is how you're gonna find out what you are. All right. Somebody in the chat say all day. So you have to know if you don't identify what type of trader you are, you could forever lose money. Trust me. Right? So you have to is it Gala? You have to let me know what kind of trader you are. So when you go in the market, right? How long do you stay in a trade for? 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, the whole day, 2 days. What kind of trader all day? Okay, so you're a day trader, right? So a day trader involves holding position for a day or less, right? A swing trader is a person that holds the position for several days, right? Position trader, right, involves holding position for several weeks. These are more like the banks and the big hedge funds and you understand? And those kind of people. And the investor is who hold trades for several years or more. So like the banks then they will go in the market, put on a couple trades down there and hold it for decades. You understand? So say for example, they find a good position on NASDAQ or BTC or I don't know, S&P 500 and they'll catch it at one cheap price. And they can hold that down there forever. As long as they keep buying, they're in a buy position. You understand? So you're a day trader, Gayla. So like me, sometimes I hold my trade for days. As long as the trade keep buying, I would be in there for days. You understand? So say for example, like 101S, I'm sitting 101S from a couple days ago, right? So I'm a day trader. You understand? Because I can hold on my trade, hold on for on my trade for more than one day. When I'm ready, I can close it out or I keep moving my stop loss up in profits. You understand? Now the scalper, they don't have the scalper on here, but the scalpers are people who stay in a them trade 15 minutes or less. So say for example, if you decide to enter this trade, right? Let's go back to 75 1S. Let's say you decide to go into 75 1S for the buy. So you actually set up there, right? You get an impulsive move right there. So if anybody want to enter this for the buy, 75 1S for the buy, right? So say for example, you manage to enter this trade for the buy, right? What's going to happen is that if you decide to stay in this the whole night, right, and not come out until either when it look to come back down to the entry, or if it does decide to pull all the way up, you keep moving your stop loss up in profit. We're going to go over that in a bit, right? 75 1S to the buy, guys. You want to take this one. All right, so you see now we're out of the block, like you're seeing both. Now I'm on the 15-minute time frame. Now I'm going to drop my stop loss below this area. It's already there, so I need to move it from here. So now my stop loss is going to be right here. You see how I give my trade space? We're not putting it above here. When I put it in the section right here where it's been consolidating for the whole day, right? Give it space. You understand? So the stop loss is going to be 4519.8. So 4519.8. So that's 75 1S for the buy. All right. So as you can see, I only use two things for my break and close. That's the only strategy I use, just break and close. You understand? I use my break and close area, right? This is where I wait for my break and close, which is my resistance, right? And then I use my stop loss. Those are the only two things you'll see on my chart, right? Then I will add in the risk calculator, right? This is just to, you understand, to outline where we enter the trade, you understand? And that's it. Where the trade might potentially go, and that's pretty much it. Everybody in the trade, 75 1S to the buy. Make sure you check your lot size. And there you go. So this is now that we have impulsive buyers into this, these are buyers that's been waiting for this market to break out of this consolidation the whole day. All day they've been sitting down and waiting for this trade to move. So at the moment, there's a whole lot of buyers been buying out of this area. And this is why you got an impulsive push up right here on this candle. You do not enter on these kind of moves right here. You wait for your break and close, then you enter on that candle. You understand? And that's how you get. That's how you get to go in. All right, you come here. Boom. Right. So as you can see right here, we're in the buy. Now, if you want, now when I'm trading, I don't use stop loss, guys. But if you want to use stop loss, what you can do is go to your 4-hour time frame and you can outline where the market last went. So right here is where the market last went for the buy, right? Let me see. So you can mark this with a green line and you can use it right here as your potential TP area. Right now, I don't use TPs. What I do, I move my stop loss in profit once I'm blue. Right? Good night. It's 75 1S. Right? So you can put your TP1 right here. And if you want to see another trade a little bit longer, you can put your TP2 right here or above this previous structure right there. And then you leave it and make it run. You understand? So, our next question for everybody, right? When you're trading, do you guys move your stop loss up in profit, or you guys close your trade? Because this is how we're gonna understand what kind of traders you are. You understand? So you see, just like how Gayla basically answered her own question because she said she never know what kind of trader she is. You understand? And then I asked her how long she stay in her trade. She said all day. So she basically answered her own question. right? So when you guys are trading, do you close out your trade when you're in profit, or do you move your stop loss in profit? That's a next way where you guys are losing money as well, right? No. Say for example, you guys are in this trade right here for those who did take it, right? If you're not in, still pay attention and take notes, guys, right? Now, what you're gonna do, right? Move, all right, moving profit. I close now because I have a small profit. Okay, right. So, say for example, now you guys are in the buy, right? Where this is our entry candle right here. I'm on my 15-minute time frame. Now we have 6 minutes left on this candle from where our entry is. What you guys gonna do is if you have a small account, as in say for example you have a $5 account, you have I don't know, you have a $4 account, a $3 account, you understand? Because you know with deriv is possible to trade a small account. Let's say you have a $3 account and you're looking to grow it. Now in this case, I wouldn't advise you guys to do this part. But if you have anything from $10 downwards, close out whenever you're blue. Close out, and that way you're building up that balance. You understand? So as soon as you enter and you see a little bit of blue, you close it and run. You understand? The chat, only I can see the chat is not disabled. Right? So as soon as you're in profit, you close out, build up on the balance. Close out, build up on the balance. Now for those people who have a little bit more money in, $50 up to $100, this is what you're gonna do. Or even if you have more in the accounts. The first candle, which is this candle right here, this is your entry candle. Let me mark it. This candle is going to be your entry candle. You're going to move your stop loss in profit every 3 15-minute candle. Right? So we're already on the first candle. You need 2 more candles pushing up. Now this is where my little drawing skill could come in. You understand? So we're already in 1 candle, right? This is going to be our second candle, for example, right? And this is going to be our third candle, right? You don't move your stop loss yet. I soon tell you when to move it, right? So 1, 2, 3. Hold on. Your stop loss is right here, right? Let me get a next line for example purposes, right? Which is I do this, for example, let me use a black line, right? And let me remove this so we don't confuse nobody. All right. Boom. So 1, 2, 3. When some of you guys are in profit, you guys are moving your stop loss too soon. So guess what happened? When this candle pull back, you get stop out and the trade run gone about it business. And that's why you guys are always blowing in the account or either not securing enough profits. You understand? And we know this happened to everybody. So what you're going to do before you move your stop loss in profit, guys, you're going to wait until this candle close, right? Wait until that candle, the first candle close, which is your entry candle. That's going to be your first candle. When this candle close, depending on where it close, you're then going to watch the second candle. You're doing this on your MT5, not on the derivative chart, right? You're then going to wait until when you get your second candle, and it has to be pushing up with some volume. That's to tell you that, okay, buyers are strongly in this market. We still in the buy. You understand? So once it push up with strong buyers in there or with strong sellers, if you're in for a sale, you're then going to move your stop loss from down here so to this candle underneath this candle right here, depending on where the first candle close. Everybody with me so far? So you do not move your stop loss whilst the first candle is still moving. Yes, son. If you wanted to do that, you just close out the trade and then you can re-enter back. But you don't move your stop loss yet until when you have this first candle close and you have the second candle pushing up. No. When the second candle close with some volume pushing up, you're then going to move your stop loss directly underneath the second close candle. You understand? That's your second candle right here. And this is how I stay in my trades for days, guys. Once you have one position, you don't need no more than the one. Because the one can literally make you money for the whole day, for the couple days straight as long as you keep buying. Right? Once this one close and you get a third candle now, once this third candle start pushing up with volume, you can say, okay, boom. As soon as the third candle close, look what you're gonna do. You're gonna drag your SL underneath this third candle. You see what happened right here? This is profits. You understand? That's profit right there. Hi guys, sorry I'm in a webinar, so I'm not look on the screen. When we finish, me answer some of the questions them. So this right here is profit, guys. Everybody with me so far, drop a number 1 in the chat, guys. How you know it's going to go in, or you know it's going to continue buying. Once you see the candle start pushing up, that's how you're going to know if it's still buying. Remember now, we already wait for a break and close. We already identify what's happening on the day time frame. We drop to a 5 minutes. We get in for the buy. That's how you know if it's going to be buying or not. You do not move your stop loss from here until when you get your 3 full 15-minute candle pushing up. So where some of you guys are entering, where you guys are moving your stop loss on the first candle, you guys are doing it wrong. And this is what the other people them out the road not teaching you. Not teaching you because them not teaching you say you don't move your stop loss in profit to break even yet until when you get the first candle close. It's only when you get the first candle close, that's when you move your stop loss to break even. Everybody with me so far? Right? That's when you only move your stop loss in profit. All right, so you see what happened with the second candle? Look. See what happened right here. So you know what I just said? I said to you guys, you don't move your stop loss yet until you see what the second candle is doing. You see what the second candle is doing right now? It's looking to come back on retest. So once I watch this, I'm going to say, okay, yeah, I'm not ready to move my stop loss yet because it come back on retest. It's coming back to retest where it's coming from, which is our break and close line. So I'm not ready to enter this. I'm not ready to move my stop loss yet. You watch the candle first, guys. You understand? Everybody with me so far? Let me know in the chat, guys. Let me know in the chat. Can you enter now? Yes, you can. So you watch the candle. You watch a second candle to see what it's doing. If it's coming back down, you don't move your stop loss in profit. You understand? You don't move your stop loss yet to break even, I should say. You only move your stop loss to break even when the second candle is pushing up to Jesus. Not when it's going down to L. So in this case, this candle I look for come back down to L. You understand? You have to watch it first. Because remember now, we're on the 15-minute time frame right here. So this can change direction at any time. You understand? Unless you want to close out when you're already blue. Everybody with me so far? Drop a number 1 in the chat, guys. Did I answer your question, Alicia? Hold on. All right, let me see what I go on. So we can move on in a bit. All right. So Tonya and drop number 1. Anybody else? Anybody else still confused? You want me to go back over this? Now, for the when I do my one-to-ones, these are the things I teach in there indirectly, guys. The whole 1 hour, I teach these things in the one-to-one class. You understand? So I don't spend much time on this, guys. So I could go over it one more time. But if you want more in-depth, this is what I teach in the one-to-one. right? Okay, you want me to go back over it, all right, boom. So we're in this trade, 75 one is for a buy. Our entry candle is this candle that closed off already, this 15-minute candle that you see right here. This is the candle that we entered on, right? Your stop loss is here, your break even is here. So we're in this trade already, right? You don't move your stop loss in profit yet until when you get the second candle pushing up, right? Make sure I write this thing down now, guys. Because trading is not about coming on and make money and then you don't understand how the market move, right? Or understand what to do moving forward. So make sure you have your pen and your pencil, you write this down, or you take notes in your phone, right? The only time you move your stop loss is when you get the second candle pushing up, right? That's the only time you're going to be moving your stop loss, right? When you get the second candle pushing up and it closes, and you get the third candle pushing up with volume, you're then, let me move back this down here. So you're then going to move your stop loss from down here to underneath the second candle, right? Because sometimes we talk a little bit fast now, so I'm going to slow down a little bit. You're not going to move your stop loss in profits or in break even until when you get the second candle close and you get the third candle pushing up or down, depending on what you're in. If you're in for a seller, the same thing. If you're in for a buyer, the same thing, right? Where do I see how long before the candle close? To your right. If you want to have this, it only pops up on your laptop or on your tablet. To activate it, click on the little settings bar down here, right? And then you're going to click on countdown to bar close, right? So that's the only time you're going to move your stop loss in profit. Only when the second candle closes by pushing upward volume, right? It can't be like, oh, you see this second candle, just you understand, just a gallant pea soup right here. You understand? Because look at this, guys. If I move my stop loss from here to here, wouldn't I get stopped out? Me get stopped out 1,000 times and the market gone about it business. So look at that. That's where my stop loss would have been. So if I decided to move my stop loss from here to underneath this candle, Mr. Get stopped out long time. The week alone come back and stop me out. You see that? It stopped me out and gone. For most of you guys work, so you don't have no time for sit down and be able to trade like how me the home and be able to trade. You understand? You don't have the phone in it and for say, okay, I'm not ready to move my stop loss yet. Okay, I can move my stop loss in profit. And by the time you guys do that, and you think say all is jolly and well, when you gone back at work, I want to get stopped out of the trade, and when you come back and look on the trade, when you say, oh my God, this happened to everybody. When you look on the trade, you say, oh my God, me get stopped out and look at the trade run gone about the business. Everybody that happened to. Everybody. You're in for your buy, for example, 75 one is now, you're in for the buy now, and you end up moving your stop loss too soon like this, and you close the phone, gone back at work, and when work finish, guess what? The trade shut up, gone about it business. And you said, Jesus, peace, if me did know. I'll be if we did know with the pan. If me did know, me leave it. Or if me did know. You understand? But this is where your lot size come in. Everybody should have a lot size sheet. When you're trading, you know what lot size to use for what pair. Because with VIX is very, very volatile. So you can't use no big lot size for 75 1S. Otherwise, by the time you come back, the account empty. You understand? So say for example, like now we get in for the buy, right? You have your lowest lot size. This should not blow your account. Because you're using the lowest lot size on this trade. You're not using a big one. You understand? Unless you have anything from 500 over, then you can say, okay, we can risk it to do a, you understand, we do a one lot. You understand, or 0.1. But if you have a small account, you take your time and build it up from there, right? And that's how you do it. So once you get your second candle pushing up, you get it closed with volume in there, then you can move your stop loss from down here, right, to underneath this candle, which is a second candle. Not on your, you don't move your stop loss underneath the first candle or to break even. Because just like what this candle is doing right now, it took a pullback, stop out and gone. Right? Now when you get the third candle pushing up with volume and you get your fourth candle, listen to me good. When you get your fourth candle now, pushing up with buyers in there, buyers is strong in the market, right? Oops. You're then going to move your stop loss from underneath the second candle to underneath the third candle. Everybody with me so far? And this is how you're going to do it. Right short, if you keep buying the whole day, you do it so all day. So this one position that you entered down here, you're not coming out of this first position. If you have a little bit more money in your account. You understand? But as long as it keeps buying, you're going to keep moving your stop loss underneath the previous 15-minute candle, not underneath the current one, because you cannot move it underneath the current candle that's moving. It will pull back, stop you out and run gone. Right? It would be better even if it's underneath this, oops, Jesus. Even if it's underneath the second candle, the previous candle, I should say, right? Let it stop you out underneath the previous candle. Because look at this. Your stop loss is underneath here, right? All of this is profit. Once it's pushing up, all of this is profit right here. Guess what happened? If this candle should pull back, right? Let me use an arrow. Let's say this candle decide to say, okay, I'm not ready to buy it. I'm not ready to continue pulling up. If it pull back and stop you out right here, guess what? Anybody can answer me? Profit is secured from here. Right? Profit is secured from here. You understand? If it decides to say, okay, it's time to continue buying, and it'll push up and up, and this is why I don't use stop loss. TP, sorry. This is why I don't use TPs. Because with VIX, when VIX ready, it run gone about it business, it even pass the TP and gone. So I don't use TPs. Yes, we can call it out for people eventually, but personally for myself, I don't use TPs. This is what I do. We move with stop loss in profit. You understand? So I'm always in profit, and even if the market decides for pullback, I get stopped out in profit right there. So if the market decides for continue pushing up, right, we move the stop loss from the second candle underneath the third. While this a push up, by the time that close off, right, this is what I do again. Boom, move it underneath this candle. Meanwhile, the rest of the candle them a push does the same. That's what you do all the time, right? This is the next candle. Yes, and let that push by the time this close off, right? You get one next candle again, and this is what happened with 101S. This is how I'm selling 101S from a couple days ago, right? See it there? Boom. And you see that? Profit is always securing. So you see what I did there? I'm not jumping in and out like some I jump in at water and I jump out. And this is how you scale up your account. It's called scaling. You understand? You don't just enter the one position and you move your stop loss so quick, and by the time you move it, boom. Stop you out, gone. But so you see what happened with the second candle right here? Look at that. Everybody see what's happening? So you see this candle now, you would have thought that it would be coming back down here. We still have 2 minutes left on this candle. Right? And this is for the people who are patient enough. Yes, son? Patient enough. Right? Hold on. That's my problem. Jump out, and when I look the trade gone. Yes. So that's something that you need to work on. Yes, son? So you need to have a journal, right? Every trader should have a journal, guys. Every trader, it doesn't matter if it's just starting out or you've been trading long time. Everybody should have a journal. Everybody, right? Them sell them on Amazon. You can get them on Amazon cheap. You can even download them online, or you can get an exercise book and write them down. Write down your trades them in. Write down your trade. Write your entry where you enter the market and your MT5. Right? Write down how much you profit from the trade or how much you lost from it. If it was a loss, you understand? And then write down how you felt if you had a win or a loss. Yeah, son. That way you're always, right? That way you're always following up with yourself. That's what I do, but my problem is you can't be doing 1 minute time frame. VIX is too volatile for 1 minute time frame. It's not giving you enough time for the candle to close. Right? You've never seen me on a 1 minute time frame. Never. Somebody said the mindset part beat me. So you need to get up in the morning before you start trade. Listen to some motivational talks on YouTube. When I have YouTube, it's not only for music. Listen to some motivational speech on YouTube before you start trading and get your mindset right. How much for your class? The link is in my bio. Yeah, every trade that you took, you write it down. Every trade you take, you write it down and say, okay, how was you feeling for this before you get into this trade? Right? Were you anxious? Were you nervous? You understand? You don't feel confident, you feel confident. At the end of each trade that you take that you write down on your journal, you have a column there that literally talk about how you feel before you get into the trade. Right? This way now, your guys have it in your head to say, okay, this is how I'm feeling. Me not feel too good. I if you not feel too good about a trade, you don't take it. Yes, son? Alright, so you see what's happening right here? What time is it? Alright, new candle come out. So I call out this trade on yesterday's old candle. Right? So you see what happened right here now? 1, 2, 3. We're on our third 15-minute candle. We soon call out some trades in a bit, guys. So we're on our third 15-minute candle. It didn't give us a strong, yes, and a strong push like how me used to be. What shall we delete? It didn't give us a strong push like how used to be draw these blocks right here, right? But still, with this right here, now I could have moved my stop loss in profit. You understand? Now I can move my stop loss in profit. And I need this second candle. You see what I just said? So this is our entry candle, right? 1, 2, 3. We're on our third 15-minute candle. Now, even if it does stop us out right here at our break even, you understand? Then you wait until you get a next break and close, re-enter back the trade. Most of you guys, what you guys are doing, when I enter the market on your own, you do not do that unless you have experience. Right? And I've had persons in my VIP group done this before. They come from somebody else's group and them come in and them say, oh, them things that just because the market are buy, we must get in back. No. And also trading work. If you can't mark up your chart yourself or if you don't have any prior experience to marking up your charts, you don't just get up and go back into the market like that. And also it work. Are you a gambler there so? You're actually gambling right there. So say for example, if this market does stop us out, you're going to go back to your 5-minute time frame, right? Go back to your 5-minute time frame and you're going to wait for a break and close above where the candle is coming from. If you didn't get stop out, then you understand you can stay in there. But if you do get stop out, you have to wait for your break and close above this area right here. This is your next break and close. This is our first one. This would be our second one. You only create a second one only if the market come and stop you out at the second candle, then you can get in back for one next break and close. Now, if it does, you see what happened right here? Look here. So like this now, we just get stopped out. If the break and close, if we come back down to the break and close and we get a new candle, pushing back up with buyers, then we can get in from down here. We don't need to wait for a break and close all the way up yourself. Everybody with me so far? Look at that. So if we do get a break and if we do get it come back down here under 5 minutes and we get the new candle pushing back up with buyers, then we can re-enter back from down here because we already have our break and close right here. But if it did come and stop us out at the black line right here and it start pushing back up, then we would wait for the break and close above here. And this is how you scale your trade just the same. You understand? And that's pretty much it. So, in this case, right, let me delete these. So for those who are on, guys, I'm going to be dropping some trades. Today was Sunday. I'm going to be dropping some trades. Well, it's Monday for me. I could call out some trades in a bit since we're already on here. So for those who are in the VIP group and in the VIX Marathon group, you can just stay on. All right, so let me delete these. All right, this can delete. I come back to my 15 minutes. I'm gonna save this chart. All right, so any questions, guys? Any questions? All right. So for the one-to-one that I do teach, these are the things that I go in depth with. This is just the surface of things, guys. You understand? Our next thing as well, when you're entering trades, you have to make sure that your entry is on point. If I call out a trade, say for example, you guys are in the VIP VIX challenge. If I call out a trade, right, or if I call out trades, you guys don't enter 5 minutes later. Because by the time you see the trade and you get in, guess what happened? The trade gone about its business and you're entering late when the market has pulled back down. So you don't want to enter trades late, whether it's not only for VIX, any market where you can trade. You don't want to enter the market late when the market already run gone about its business. You have to wait until when the market come back on retest or wait until I call out something else. You understand? You can't get in the market when the market already reached Jesus. You understand? It's just like BTC, where you see BTC was pushing all the way up to 122,000. Trump make two little words. Come out, I'm out, and the market wipe out 1.92 billion. Gone. Out of crypto market. You understand? Now the market pull back to go back where it's coming from. You understand? So you can't enter this market late. And for those who are buying crypto, you can't buy crypto when it's at its high. It has to pull back where it's coming from. Same thing with VIX. You understand? But with VIX now, it's more volatile upon a level. VIX coming like Bitcoin. That's exactly how VIX move. VIX coming like Bitcoin, where it will go up, come back down, go retest where it's coming from. You understand? That's how the market move. All right, boom. Let's start from scratch. So it's a new day, right? Well, new day in the market because the new candles out. So example 10-1S. You come on the day time frame, you see what's going on around here, right? Make a quiz in a little bit. Hold on a second, let me refresh this. All right, boom. What trend are we in, guys? What trend are we in? right here. So you come on the daytime frame, right? We're looking to get into 101S for a buy. You understand? All right, we're in an uptrend. So you ever hear they have a saying, the trend is your friend? You stick with the trend. You understand? When you hear some people say, oh my God, it a sell. Sell where? It's selling on the lower time frame. It doesn't mean it's selling on the higher time frame. Furthermore, it's retracing. There's different terminology for when you're trading. You understand? It's pulling back on the lower time frame. It doesn't mean that it's selling on the higher time frame. It's just like BTC, right? So I could use BTC as an example because that's the only thing that's moving right now, right? So if I come onto the higher time frame on BTC, if I come on the monthly, right, we have strong buyers in the market. You understand? On the monthly, we're in an uptrend. I'm only looking for buys. So whoever wants to sell. I'm only looking for buys. I will wait until the market pull back before I get in. Yes, son? So just for the time being, for now, right, we're in a little uptrend on 101S. So when I come on the day now, right, I see what's happening for the new day candle. At the moment, there's not much movement yet. Right? If you zoom out the chart a little bit, you can see the little piece of candle right there. So yes, it come down here, so come weak little two toes, right? I mark it out just the same, right? Then I drop to my 5 minutes, drop to my 5, and then you see what's happening. Remember, we did in the buy all day, right? It pulled back down to the previous support area where we entered, right? Now for this, I would wait for it to set up properly before I get in for the buy. So I would wait for a break and close out of this area. So when you look over to your left right here, because remember the left is telling you what's happening in the market. The left is the past, you understand, the right is the future. There's nothing happening on the right now. You have to look to the left to see what happened. So over here, so you can see where the market had pushed up, consolidate a little bit, then push up again. Come back down, you can see an M pattern right here, and it's basically planning to do the same thing. So if I get a break and close, then I can enter the buy, right? So we're going to circle that and come back in a bit. VIX 10 now, right? So I called this out earlier. I don't know where to run it, but it do foolishness around here. Well, the trade is still active, right? VIX 10, right? We're going to delete all of this off of the chart because it's a new day. Come to my daytime frame, right? This one is not downtrend, but it reached one previous support where we might get it pulled back up, so we can always catch one little piece of buy out of it. Right? Mark out the day candle right there, drop to my 5. Now with this one, because it's in a heavily downtrend, if I get a break and close on the downside, then I can get in for my sell. If not, and it's breaking that downtrend, then we can get in for a buy. Right? So for this now, I would wait on a second candle. Right? We have it out of the consolidation right here. Wait for a second candle because we get the break and close candle right here already. But you don't enter on the first candle, you wait for a second candle, then we can get in. Right? Come here, Wacky. Because I'm up on the live, I don't want to tell you bad things. Come off of this. Right. So we're gonna wait for our second candle, then we can get in for the buy. So we're gonna wait for that to set up. Right? VIX 25, 1S. Right, it's been doing bits from all day. Right, so same thing, you mark out your day candle. All right, so you mark out your day candle, then you're gonna drop to your 5 minutes. And you see this right here, you're gonna wait for the break and close. So this is not ready right now. So we're gonna circle the ends and come back. 51S. Right, this is a trade I call out on the live. So anybody that did take this, earlier, you would have been in profit right now. So I did the same thing before, right? Went onto the day, mark out my day candle, drop to the 5, wait for my break and close, enter the trade, and it gone. You see that? Right, so it's a new day. We're going to delete all of this and then come back to the day. Right, so with this now, we've been in a downtrend for the past couple of days. We did catch some of the sell them. Now it's time for it to start push up back a little bit. So mark out back my day, drop to my 5, right, and boom. You wait for your break and close right there. Right, the more you learn how to mark out the charts, is the more you learn. Right, 75 1S, we're gonna leave that because we called that out before. All right, VIX 75. All right, we're gonna come to our day. Right, 75 been in a downtrend, so we're looking for a sell for this one. Right, so mark up my day candle right here. Boom, drop to my 5. Right, people normally ask me how me do them something here so quick, because me get used to it. The more you do it, the more you get used to it. You understand? Right. I've been in here. So in this case now, we have our resistant area right here, and down here is gonna be our support. So we're gonna wait for break and close first, right? 101S, been doing madness all day, right? Me they call it out for your buy earlier. Is anybody still in 101S? Anybody still in? All right, so with this now, do the same thing. You're gonna mark it out. That's our support. All right, and then you have your resistant area right there. Drop to the 5 minutes, right? And then this in this little space is our day zone. This right here so is our day zone. We're not gonna delete the chart because we did call out 101S not too long ago. Right? So this is our day zone for today, for the new day. You understand? Once you get a break and close, then I can recall back this out for your buy. You understand? Now when you come on the daytime frame, look what's happening right here. What are we in? We're in an uptrend. You understand? We had it break above this previous resistant area, gone like a salmon mouth. So we'll be milking a few days out of this from last week. Right? Once you catch a good entry, you don't have to come out of the trade, guys. You just keep milking it. One position all day throughout. Alright, I'm still in 101S. Okay. Alright, see it there? Okay, you're still in. Alright. So we're gonna see how this play out. Alright. 91S, I don't call it out for the challenge. I will call it out on live or so, because you know this one you have to have at least $100 in your account for trade this one, because it's very, very volatile. What platform are you using? This is Deriv, right? This one is very volatile. So say for example like this, but it does pay. I don't know if you guys ever noticed. You notice the pairs that does pay, they're very volatile. Yeah, so look at gold for example. Gold is very, very volatile right now, especially when you reach up to 4,000. You understand? So the pairs that's volatile, you have to be careful of them. Make sure that you have enough money in your balance or in your account to trade these pairs. Because I tell you, say, one pullback, and if you did have $10 in there, gone. By the time you quint and open your eye, that the $10 gone will disappear. So if you can't manage the 91S, when I do call it out on my live, do not take it because it's very volatile. Right? So the same thing with this. Once we get a break and close, we can take it for the buy. It's been selling off since last night, or pulling back since last night. But once we get it set up back again and it's gone, then that's it. You understand? And I only stick to a few pairs, guys. Let me tell you something as well, guys. If you're trading VIX, do not be trading everything on a matter. right? You see my chart right here? I only have these on my, well, I don't trade everything on here, right? The main ones that I trade to grow my accounts, 25 1S, 50 1S, 75, 100 1S. And I lately me add on 90 1S for my code screen, right? I don't trade 10 1S and VIX 10. But I have them on here because you understand where I did the challenge and those are a little bit slower and you can use a small lot size with them and still, you understand, and still make a little piece of change here and there. But I only have a few pairs on my code screen. You shouldn't be trading jump and skip and runner and flyer everybody. Because I know every trade is for everybody. No, I know everybody like 25 one is and 51 is because they say too volatile. But you notice, like I said, the volatile pairs are the one that pays the most. Yes, son? If you put on 125 1S trade right now, or a 51S trade right now, or a 100 1S, no, 100 1S, you have to use a slightly bigger lot size for you to see any profits. You understand? If you have anything from 100 upwards, with 100 1S, you can use a one lot or a two lots. Don't be scared, because trust me, that's what I've been using for grow my account. You understand? One lot or two lot with 100 1S, you will see the trick. If you have more than $100 in your account, you don't have to wait until you reach your five. Right? Once you reach your 500 in your account, in your balance, you see 25 1S and 100 1S, you can start using 0.01, 0.02, 0.03. This is how I grow my account them quick, guys. You understand? Now, do bear in mind if it goes against us, the account gone. But like I said, once you're in profit, you move your stop loss in profit. You know, wait until the trade go up to Jesus and come back down. Yeah, son. So if you put on a 0.01 on VIX 25 1S and you see $50, run, take it and run. You see 20, you see 30, you see 100, you see whatever you see. You take it and run and you can always re-enter back. All right, come now. Let's see. All right. Guys, you can get into VIX 10 for the buy. So VIX 10 for the buy, guys. So we get our break and close candle right there. All right, this is on my 5 minutes. Go up to my 15 minutes. And my stop loss, I give it room out of the consolidation. My stop loss is down at my previous supports. Right? And that's it. Recap. Oh, we can re-enter again. So unfortunately, well, I won't go over that right now because I'm calling out the trades. But like I said, if you want more insight on those things, I teach them in my one-to-one. All right, so VIX 10 for the buy. Everybody in? I can go over it one more time once I finish calling out the trades. All right, make sure you check your lot size first before you enter the trade. All right, and then that's it. Your stop loss is going to be 578 2.1. Right, so your SL is going to be 578 2.1. So VIX 10 for the buy. All right. So let me go ahead and delete these from today and free up them space here. Alright, boom. Alright, then I save this chart, make a copy. That's 10 right there. Alright, let's see what 75 one is doing. Alright, so 75, pull back a little bit. Alright, we'll come back to you in a little bit right now. Alright, let's see what 101 is doing. Alright, let me delete this because that was from yesterday. We're working with this new one right here. Alright, so for everybody that was in 101s from earlier from this morning, then keep it guys, because we're looking to come back out of this consolidation. So we're waiting for a break and close right here. So we're gonna wait for this to set up. Alright, in the meantime, 25 1s, let's see what's going on here. Alright, we need a break and close out of this area. That's not ready yet. Alright, 10 1s. Ooh, look at this. We're getting there, people. 42 seconds left on this candle. 42 seconds left. We have a bullish engulfing happening right here. Never enter on these bullish engulfing candle, guys, or bearish engulfing. Alright. So once we get the break and close, we can enter this for the buy. Alright. Let's see what's going on. Alright guys, 10 1s for the buy. How do we find how does you find the zone? You came on late, I won't be going over it. The recording will be on my YouTube. Alright, everybody in guys. 10 1s for the buy. Alright, go to my 15 minutes. Alright. Now my stop loss, I'm gonna bring my stop loss down underneath these previous wicks right here. I don't want it too close to this area. And that's pretty much it. Alright, bear in mind 10 1 is a little bit on the slower side. To me, it's a little bit on the slower side. So we're gonna give it some space. Alright guys, 10 1s to the buy, everybody in. Stop loss is 943.6.7. Alright, that's 10 1s for the buy, guys. If you're in the VIP group, guys, the stop loss is also in the chat. Alright. How can you be on board? Link in the bio. The one that says VIX challenge. The challenge consists of unlimited trades throughout the day, right? And then you get access to the VIP group as well. So 10 1s. And then on the weekends we do catch up call to see who's making money, who's not making money, who needs help with what, are you struggling with something, etc., etc. All right. 25 1s is not ready yet. We'll come back to you in a little bit. bit by bit. All right, boom. 51 is almost ready, guys. Almost there. I can't play no music because I plan to upload the video on YouTube. I don't want them to make me say copyright the something them, so I can't play no music. All right. So 51 is we're waiting for a break and close right here. As you can see, we had rejection right at the support area, right, and also consolidating area as well. We had a nice little push up, and now we're waiting for a break and close. What is your question, BG? I put question mark. What is it? All right, so 75, did I play about? All right, 75 one is sorry. Let's see what 75. 75 now. Like I said, if we get a break and close below, we get in for the sell because it's in a downtrend. YouTube link not opening. Just search for me on YouTube. It's Kimberly London. KIMBERLE LONDON. So you just come on later. I won't be going over it. Your name Jesus? All right. All right. VIX 100 still paying about in that area. Oh yes, guys, so 51 persons on TikTok Live. Don't forget to click the link in my bio and join the free VIX group. I do have a group, a free VIX group, guys. So my YouTube name Kimberly London. So KIMBERLE. Kimberly London. All right, everybody's supposed to be in profit on VIX 10. All right. Go on YouTube. I want to them people here, man. Go on YouTube and type in my name. If the link is not opening, you go on YouTube and type in my name. That's how you're gonna find me. Is my comment not showing? No, I'm not seeing your comments. So move your stop loss in. Hold on. Oh, not yet. Wait until we just get a new 15-minute candle. Wait until they get the third one, guys. Then you can move your stop loss in profit on VIX 10. All right. What is the stop loss for what? For which one? 101S 9436.7. So 9436.7. All right, we have 2 minutes left on 51 minutes, guys. 2 minutes. We had a lovely buy today, so it wasn't straight, but it was in profit. So let's see what's gonna happen. Very patiently, guys, patiently. All right. Any questions in the meantime, guys? I have emotional problem or worry about trades. All right. So, are you worrying about? Are you worrying about closing out or staying in the trade? All right, guys. 51S to the buy. All right. So my stop loss is going to be underneath this wick right here. Give it some space. All right. 51S for the buy. Stop loss is going to be 177,023.6. Make sure you check your lot size first before you hit buy, guys. Because remember, 51S is very volatile as well. All right. You worry about losing, so that means you're trading with emotions. So when you're trading, you need to take your emotions out of the market, right? Because that was the question somebody asked on the live. When you're trading, before you start trading, I should say, make sure you're not anxious. Make sure you're not nervous before you get into the market, right? Make sure you're not worrying about anything before you get in. Yeah, so and like I said, before you start trading, you read a book or go somewhere to clear your mind before you start trading. Otherwise, you're going to start losing everything. You understand? So that will help before you get into the market. Also, when you're trading, like I said, if you so for example, if you're nervous or you have emotions when you're trading, before you secure your profits, if moving your stop loss in profit is not for you guys, I recommend you guys to close out your trades. Right? So say for example, if you're up $10, or you're up $5, or you're up, I don't know, 20, 30, whatever amount, close out your trade completely and then you guys will have access in the VIP group. Ask if it's possible for you to re-enter back the trade. You understand? It will be better if you guys do that than if you have nervous problem and you say, oh God, we close out the trade and we can't go back in. Ask questions, guys. That's why I told everybody to make sure that you're dropping your result in the group. You understand? If you can't follow simple instruction, guys, you're not gonna make no money. And that's the truth. It sounds harsh, but it's true. Yes, son. Because if I can see your history, I never say show your balance there. If you can't show your history of where you're going wrong, it don't make no sense. Yes, son. Because you guys will be in the other people group and you can't even drop nothing in there, much as stock in there. You understand? So when you get somebody to help you now, it come like the help is not help because you still not follow instruction from what the person is saying. You understand? So you say, okay, drop your result in whether you have a win or a loss. If you have wins, I'm say, okay, for me look at your stop, for me look at your lot size, and I say, okay, how did this person make this $100? Me look at your lot size. Me I can say, okay, you need to be careful of your lot size. You can't get advice without knowing what the person is doing. And also advice work. You understand? So if me look at your lot size now, I say, okay, that lot size I can use, but be careful next time because this gonna go the next way and you end up doing your account. Now if you drop your history in now, I say be a red trade. No, you don't secure no profit out of nothing. Then me have to say, okay, now you're doing something wrong right here. Yes, son? You're coming out of your trades them too soon. The trades them not even hit stop loss, that means that you're closing out your trades. You understand? Now, if you're closing out your own trades without the trade hitting stop loss, that means you guys are using a big lot size. You cannot do that on a small account, guys. You understand? So, say for example, with this 51S now, I say get in for your buy. What's the lowest lot size for 51S? If you have a small account, anything from $50 below, you should be sticking to a 0.005. Right? 0.005. You should not be using 0.1. Because by the time you quint and open back your eye, the account empty. It doesn't matter if you believe that the trader could go up because I'm always right. Yeah, son? We're just working off of what the market is doing. You understand? We were in a consolidation zone. We wait for the break and close. That's how I analyze my trades. So you can't work off of my own thoughts and I say, say Kim, because Kim call out the trade, it can push up. No, don't do that. Yes, son? Now, if you push up and you're in profit, you understand? You're in profit and you see one look at $10, one look at $5, one look at $20, you close out. You understand? Because guess what? This all VIX market setup, it can push up impulsively, reach up yourself, and guess what happen? Nobody not tell me what happen. Come right back down. So that $20 where did I float in a profit right there, here me should not take that. Oh, me should not take that. And guess what happened? Shoulda, coulda, woulda. The trade come back down to entry. I'll come back or hit a stop loss. As of VIX operate. Me learn this a long time about VIX. The market will push up nicely and say, yes, me in a profit. I run up and down. I say, why? Me reach out. Jesus, I go play to music and you take screenshot and you put it on social media. And by the time you look, the trade, you don't secure the profit now. And you're in the trade, you gallant piece up over yourself. By the time you look, the trade come back down to the entry, consolidate for a little bit, run up and down, and then guess what? Go eat your stop loss. Because it already give you profit up yourself. You understand? Now, if I call out the trade like 51S just now, if I call it out and it's still paying at the entry, you understand? it's normal for it to consolidate a little bit before it run off. You understand? Or it might even come back down and stop you. Like today, I call out VIX 25 twice and it come down and it will stop loss. And I noticed that with 25 bonus, every time I call it, not every time, but most time I call it out. I don't know if Deriv sit down one of the index stop, sit down and watch me. When me I call out the trade, everybody I use the same stop loss. And as soon as me come over the chart, one big old dump, stop we out and run down about the business. I said, look at this. They don't think we are idiots. So I said, okay, I can set for now. All you have to do is just wait for it to set up back again. You understand? So because Deriv them know now, you understand? Because them know say a lot of people, them now put in no big amount of money in them account. Guess what them do? Stop out everybody and empty everybody account. And you have to sit down and wait until they can top up back the account before you get back in any trades. They won't make money, you know. One of the things that Deriv now make no money, they make every time you top up Deriv make money. They're not like when them have to pay out. Deriv, no broker, not only Deriv, no broker like when you have to pay out, when them have to pay out. Because when them have to pay out, they must say, Jesus, if I find $1,000 for go give him, what she make for $50. If I go find 10,000, give him what she make for $50. We have to go find 2,000, what she make for $50. So when you make them kind of money there from the market now, even for $500, any amount, when you make extra money out of the market, they have to find the money pay you. Anywhere then if you can find it from them, have to find it. Because you put the money in there, the fine contract say anything you make out of the market, they have to pay you. You understand? Otherwise you can't carry them go court. So then I like when we over you saw win. Like last night we called out 4 trades, 1 hit stop loss, 3 push up in a profit. Everybody should have made money last night. Yes, son. Grab and go. If you're a scalper, stick to scalping. You understand? Stick to what works for you. If you're a scalper, you work on your stick to your scalping, but always stick to securing profits. If you're a scalper, you should be scalping money out the market, not giving money to the market. If you're an intraday trader, you understand you stick to your intraday, but make sure that you're moving your stop loss in profit and you're securing the profits. You understand? And that's pretty much it right there. Let me see if 25 one is ready. So you have to make sure you're always taking money from the market, guys, not giving the money back to it. You understand? Because when you give back the money to the market, them just sit down and laugh and say, why me get money from this as somebody you know? And because them know everybody account. Them know how much time you deposit in your account. You understand? They know how much time you withdraw. People been trading for years and never withdraw a penny from Deriv. Because people come go and tell me. People say they've been trading VIX from 2 years, never withdrawn. I said, what? 2 years them a trade pan Deriv and never withdraw no money before. Not even $50, not even $100 in 2 years. I don't know, me come trade Deriv VIX just 1 year and now. And me come in go withdraw more than that don't make no sense. But what some of you guys are doing, right? You guys are waiting until you know build up the MT5 before you withdraw something. That's not how trading works. So the aim of the challenge, the compound challenge, is for you, right? Whatever you put in. So if you started with $50, let's say by Friday coming here. Let's say by Friday, your account is up at $500. What you guys going to do, right? It can be any amount. What you guys are going to do, you are going to withdraw 300 or 400, or even if you want to withdraw the 450, withdraw 450 and left the original $50 in that you started with. you're gonna withdraw it from Deriv. Not me never say for withdraw it from your MT5 and leave it on Deriv. Cause guess what happened when you leave it on Deriv? You guys know I could play around with the MT5 balance, which is a $50, and you guys I could blow that, go back into Deriv wallet, take out 50, blow that, go back in, take out one next 50, blow it, and by the time you look, that the money that you having at the Deriv wallet done and gone back to Deriv. You don't do that. You withdraw it out of Deriv completely and put it in either your crypto or back to your bank account. That way you can say, Jesus Christ, you know, so me make 450 from VIX Queen Challenge. And that's your money. I don't mind, your money. That way, you say, oh my God, this work. And you run up and down and you can tell everybody, you tell your neighbor, your auntie, your cousin, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your wife, your husband. And say, look here, me make $450. That money now, you can use it, to buy something or go treat yourself or go treat your family or go somewhere. But when you have it sit down in a Deriv wallet now, and God forbid anything can happen to the broker or anything can happen and you blow back the whole of the money and you say, my God Almighty. You understand? And that's how you do it, guys. You know, keep it in the account. Because when you keep it in the account, you use it back. Trust me, this is something. Listen, people, let me tell you something. Them are something when we learn from experience or in the Forex days. So when we come over Deriv, when we come over VIX, are the same principle we come with. Never withdraw nothing back to a wallet, because you could end up blowing the balance in your MT5 and end up going back or dip up in the money like you dip up in a partner money. So you're not bother with it, you withdraw it completely. And you come back again from day one and say, okay, Kima could call out 3 more trade again. And the same way that you use to build up that account, you're going to use the same method back again. Start off with the lowest lot size and then you work your way up. So you're using the same method. You understand? The same method you're using. The same one where you use to build up the account from 50 to 450, you go withdraw completely to your bank account or to your crypto wallet, and then you're going to do what? You're going to start back again from scratch. You understand? So you see like how on your screen for those who are on my TikTok, so you see where I grow the account from 50 to 1.1K. I don't keep that in my wallet. But withdraw that in my crypto wallet and make it stay over there. So if me have a project I do or whatever me I do, me go back again from 50, grow it back again. If we grow it so. You understand? So I go back again and start from scratch as if me have no money beside the $50 in the account. I don't leave that 1.1K, because guess what with me now? Me is a heavy trader, which means that me going out in a VIX 100 1S, you understand? I'm going to see one trade set up and go put on 2 lots or 1 lot. Talking about 100 1S, alright, come here now. So me go see that now, I'm going to put on 1 big trade pan it and that gone in 2 seconds. I'm going to say, okay. I may end up going in 1 trade and it end up playing off and it push up in a profit. Me take my time and grow it just the same. I'm more of a risky trader. You understand? Most people were scared to get into trades. I'm more of a risky trader. So me risk it and go in with 1 big lot size and risk it, and if it blow, it blow. That's how me stay. You understand? So that's why I'm not bother keep big money in my MT5 anymore. Me always withdraw it, take it off of the broker, so me have to go back in a Deriv wallet go dip up in it. You understand? Like with the crab bush. We go back to my normal $50 and me take my time, grow it little, and the maximum trade you should be having on, right, is 3 trades at a time. For some of you guys, right, how do you create a crypto wallet? The link is in my bio. Right? For those people who are putting on multiple trades one time, put a stop to it right now. The minimum trade you should have on at any one time is 3. You see how me just call out 3 trades just now? right? No, I'm going to call out 101 is as an extra brata. But normally, it's 3 trays at a time I call out. Three. You understand? You don't put on three each, 3 trades. You understand? And that way now, you're taking your time and you grow your local balance, your local balance. So if one reach a $10, you close it out. If the other reach a $10, you close it out. If the other one hits stop loss, you're still up 20. If you lose 10 and the other two end up pushing up and you make 20, that's good. Or if you make 10, that's good. Don't over trade and then blow everything and then you go back to zero. Yeah, son. All right, guys, get ready for 101s. If you were in 101s from earlier, then you guys supposed to be in profit now. It's back at entry. All right, so this was our break and close. This break and close candle right here was not strong one, so we are wait for a next one, a next can go pop out. We'll make this one run off first. All right, let me see what the chat is saying. How to create a crypto wallet. Okay, the link is in my bio. So the link that says, the tab that says, hold on, start your trading experience here. That's where the link for the crypto wallet is. So there's two different ones there. There's CEX and there's a next one called Red Dot. Thanks to the advice that reached me. Good advice. Okay, Kim, I'm learning. So true, Kim. May never withdraw either. How long you been trading, Shan? 51 is looks ready. We call out that already. You come late. I am in Nas sell. We're not doing Nas right here. It's not Forex time this year. Thanks for the advice. That. I like to trade breakouts from consolidation. Okay. True. To the moon. Right. Um, what time frame you're trading on? I'm on the 5 minutes. All right, guys. 101S for the buy. November make 1 year. And you never withdraw. Mighty God of Daniels. 101S not ready yet. Me not ask you nothing. All right. Are you a teacher or me a teach? NAS 100 index is not 4x. It's still fall under 4x. What's good? What's a good UK broker? Send me a message IC3. All right, guys. So we get the break and close for 101S. You are going to tell me when I already found when I are you a teacher or you are me a teacher on you? Which one? We're trading synthetic indices, which is VIX market. Oh, you were asking. Okay, then that have to say you never question that. You question never question good man. You have to ask it good. Sure. Alright, 101S guys for the buy. Don't forget to join the free group, guys. The link is in my bio underneath the trading experience tab. 101S for the buy. Everybody in, everybody in. So this is going to be our last trade. All right, the stop loss is 1140.5. So 101S for the buy. And that's the last one for the night. Don't forget, guys, if you want to join the VIX challenge, the sale price of $10,000 is going to be changing back at midnight Jamaica time. All right. So at midnight Jamaica time, it's changing back to 12,800. It's now at 10,000 Jamaican dollars, which is 46 pounds. Yes, 46 pounds in a pounds. All right, everybody in, guys. 101S for the buy. Stop loss is 1140.9. All right, and that's me done for the night. All right, any questions on the Zoom before I jump off, guys? All right, 101S. You do goal? Yes, I do goal, but I don't call up goal on my VIX class. If you want goal, yes, I do trade goal. I do have my own strategy on the normal trading view. Hey, goal gone, but this is me there. Let's see what's going on here. Goldilocks, Goldilocks. So for the trading strategy, it's available on TradingView. It's not free. You have to pay for it. It's not, the strategy is not free, unfortunately. Gold isn't ready yet. Gold is still sitting at a previous support here, so it's not ready right now. You have to circle back with gold. Gold not ready yet. So yeah, the strategy tells you when to buy or when to sell. So as you can see right here, it tells you when to buy. So this was a buy from Friday at 1 p.m. So it's been buying since Friday. So at the moment it's just consolidating right now, so it's not ready. So to get into this, you need a break and close above the red box for you to get in. So it's not ready right now. So remember the market, not much long opening now. So this not ready yet, me dear. All right. How much? How much for it on TradingView? £100 if you're in. £100, which is about what, 18,000 Jamaican dollars, I believe. Which is about 130 something US. And the strategy is for the whole month. Plus it comes with alerts. So the whatever it calls out on TradingView, if you call out for your buy, the buy pops up in the Discord, and you work from there to there. Where can I find what's that, the strategy? So you have to get access to it, you have to purchase it via the link in my bio, and then once you make a purchase, you have to send me your TradingView name so I can add it on for you, and then you get access to it on your TradingView chart along with the alerts. The alerts is available only in Discord, not on Telegram. All right. So for those who are on my Zoom, thank you for coming on. The recording will be on my YouTube once I finish up here. But if you guys have any more questions, I'll still be on my TikTok. So if you have any questions, feel free to come over. I'll still be up for a little bit. So if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. All right, guys. I'll see you guys later on. Bye.